So we finally have the Dragon Age reveal. We don't have, everything we want quite yet, and that's fine. We'll get it. We know it's coming this year in 2024. That seems like it's been locked in for a while. We got this cool character intro trailer during the Xbox showcase, which was taken different ways by people. In the hours and the days since, we've gotten a bunch of screenshots and little bits of info. So I wanted to talk about all of that now. So on the Xbox showcase, we got this little character introduction trailer. I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. It had I don't know if it was the Wallflowers or the one of the original artists, the Heroes song, which was a great backer, and it definitely kind of reinforced why they renamed the game, because it seems like the game is much more about the crew and maybe not as much about one individual that we may be facing off with, who may not even be the main antagonist. There was a lot of feedback on the trailer. A lot of people were excited. A lot of, at least some very loud people were not so excited and seemed pretty miffed about it, saying it had like a Fortnite look and stuff like that. I don't completely agree, but to each their own. In the hours and then now day or so since, they have done quite a bit of, maybe it was damage control, that's up to you. But they've shown a ton of screenshots, and they even showed like a little 5-second clip or ish of this 15-minute trailer they're going to be showing on Tuesday, when this comes out, that actually shows gameplay. And that is really, really cool. That's what we should be wanting. That little 5-second clip really seemed to quell a lot of people's issues, as well as, gosh, maybe a dozen screenshots they've shown from the game, that that seems like they're trying to message to people like, hey, this game is a dark, gritty, high fantasy game. It's not the Fortnite game that maybe the trailer kind of misled you to think it was. This is Dragon Age. And even then, like, we've seen some of the screenshots and stuff, like they are seemingly going for an aesthetic with this game that isn't 100% hardcore realistic everything, but is maybe going to have a little stylization to it, and that's fine. That's okay. I'm not super familiar with the Dragon Age franchise, but even from my own eyes, basically the first 3 games all look different in some capacity. And it's okay if this one does too, especially because it's coming 10 years after the last one, especially because it's entering a very different game industry than the last game entered. It's okay for things to change, because it probably has, much of the team is different that is making this game. It's We should encourage this. You should encourage people to put their own spin, because if they just tried to copy what's been done before, they probably wouldn't do it as well. If they instead try to respect what's been done before, but do their own thing, that's probably what you should want. And for any Mass Effect fans out there, I would suggest you want the same thing for that game also. But let's not get into that. What's coming up now is the 15-minute trailer will be coming out on Tuesday. I think it's supposed to be all gameplay, 15 minutes of gameplay, which should be really good. We can kind of see, combat interactions and all of that, the style of everything. There's been a bunch of kind of reveals. So we're finding out that you're going to have 2 companions, going back to kind of the Mass Effect style and away from Inquisition, which I think everyone's kind of mixed on, but I'm okay with it. I think they've been talking about the romances and all of that stuff. That's all going to be a thing. We still don't know too much detail. We know that a bunch of people have, over the last few years, played iterations of this game. Kala Elizabeth and a bunch of other content creators kind of revealed, like, oh, by the way, we've been part of this community council, which is super cool. I've done similar things with other companies, and that is a lot of fun as a creator to be a part of. And then we know that this weekend, they were doing gameplay demonstrations with people. Now, I've seen no one comment on them, so they must have a pretty hardcore NDA. probably expires when this trailer comes out because they probably want people talking about the gameplay as the gameplay is shown. So I'm excited to see more about that. So admittedly, I'm basically a Dragon Age noob. I'm not going into this with any real expectations or anything. This is all going to be pretty new to me. So I feel very fortunate that basically whatever they put out is going to be my first impression. I've played a little Inquisition. I didn't love it, to be honest, but it was just too big for me right now. I just can't get into that these days. Not something that old. There's too much new stuff to play. But I am really excited for this. I think it looks really good. I'm really excited to see everything that we're going to be doing with this. And I'm excited to see a BioWare game in 2024. I'm also excited for this game to come out so they can start working on Mass Effect. But I'll leave that conversation for another day when we aren't getting all hyped about Dragon Age. So let me know what you think or thought or am currently thinking about Dragon Age before we see this 15-minute gameplay trailer or whatever down in the comments. If you want more Dragon Age news, BioWare news, gaming news in general, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this video, hit that like button to help me out. If you really want to support the content I make, including these videos, my 2 podcasts, and my streams, consider becoming a YouTube member. You get videos early, you get a cool little icon beside your name when you comment on videos, and I really appreciate you. So do that if you wish. If not, just watch the videos and comment and like them. That's all I ask. That's all I have for this one. So until next time.